Hi, so I know it's been a little while since my video. Just been really busy at work and some travel. I went back up to Canada for a little while. And I don't know, just kind of lost track of time. So there hasn't also been a lot of changes, not really as much progress as I wanted either. My lower teeth seem to be getting a much nicer shape. They'll get, kind of looking at them will be straighter and then more crooked and then straighter. But in general, the pictures I posted on the blog, you can see the lower has really, it's starting to take a nice shape, a nice U shape. So it's getting there, and the gap it hasn't really closed, I don't think. Well, maybe since the last time I did a video, but still working on the left. We still haven't done anything on the right. I broke the wire again from here to here on the bottom. So on that note, I'm actually going to get rid of the Harmony braces on the bottom teeth, and I'm going to go with the not regular, but outside, still self-ligating braces. It's kind of a trial, but mostly because I'm just fed up with the bottom ones. I seem to break them all the time. We were going to have to order a new wire from Germany or whatever for those anyways, and they seem to hurt more. Not the teeth so much, but my tongue is always sore and getting cut, and it's just a hassle. So I'm going to go ahead and try the outside braces, which apparently will be a little bit quicker as well. Might cut it down like 3 months, and see how that goes. My reasoning is, for one, you really can't see the lower teeth anyway very much. For two, like I say, since my tongue is sore all the time, I know I'm going to have to adjust when I get the outside braces, and the inside of my lip will be sore, but I'm basically exchanging sore tongue for sore lip, and hopefully for a shorter period of time. I'm not going to change the uppers because I don't have as many problems with them, and I still really don't want to have, with business lunches and dinners and that, I don't want to be worried about food being stuck in the front. That said, if I notice a huge improvement on the bottom, if they're moving a lot quicker and I like it and it's not so much of a transition with the lip, I might actually look at getting the uppers done as well. But my suspicion is I'm not going to want to go through all that pain again, because the top Harmony braces don't bother me, so I'm not going to want to go through that, with my top lip being sore and almost like starting over again. So I get the lowers taken off next week, a week from today actually, and then 2 to 3 weeks after that I'll get the outers put on. I'm not sure why the delay, to be honest, but I know they take the lowers off, and then I think actually it's because they have to take a mold, so they know where to place them properly and all that, so I guess it takes that long to get it done. The upshot is I'll have no braces on the bottom at all for a couple of weeks, so I'm planning my steak dinner and my nachos and all this stuff that I haven't really been able to eat or enjoy while I have them off, but then we'll be back to braces and being careful. So I'm going to lean in so you can see. Like I say, I don't feel like there's a lot of progress. Maybe you'll see more than I do, but you can see where I'm at. I'm basically at the year mark. I've had the braces for a year next week, so you can see the progress. And in general, a lot of people, especially when I went back home a few weeks ago, a lot of people said they'd really noticed a difference. I guess it's like anything, when you're looking at it every day, you don't see the drastic changes, but they said they'd noticed it was starting to get straighter. So I'm just, I guess, a year in, and I want a nice smile. I'm sick of having this black gross mark from where they were overlapping, and I'm sick of worrying about the wires and all of that. So again, I think I'll feel a lot better when we start closing these gaps, which I'm hoping will be very soon, and especially when I get this gap finished. Like, enough is enough. If we can close that gap, it looks to me like close that gap, there will be enough room for this tooth to actually straighten out a fair bit. And then I also noticed, and I think they're shifting back and forth. I can almost tell more from the pictures when we take them, but my center line is, I forget which way now, but it's off center again. I think it's maybe this way, and I guess that's like as they straighten, and then we'll have to bring them over again, kind of thing. So right now, I don't know, it just seems like it's farther off than it was before. and it, like I say, it does seem like it's kind of gone farther and come back and gone farther. And I guess that's part of the process because they were tilted and off center. So as they straighten, they look like they're more over here. So, if it's like this, it's straighter, but it looks over here, and then it'll have to shift back. So, I guess that's really it for the updates. There hasn't been a lot. I still kind of, depending, some adjustments I'm really sore for a couple of days, some I'm not. This has been another round where I was really sore for a couple of days, then it got better, but then I'll notice like one tooth here and there will be more sore. So, I take that to mean it's moving. This lower tooth I don't think it had a bracket on the last time we did this, and gosh, I can't even tell which one it is now. The reason it didn't have a bracket was it was so crowded, we couldn't fit it in there, so we had to make space for it, and then it was twisted. I don't know how to explain, but so we need to kind of untwist it as well. It's actually not placed right. We were going to remove it and replace it, but now going to the outer brackets, it won't matter. But it normally I could just feel and tell which one it was. Now I can't actually even tell. I'd have to look at my pictures to remember which one. So it's really come back into place. So I did notice that one hurting quite a bit, obviously, because it moved a lot. And then I think, one of the ones here too. This is a lot smoother than I remember. It hurt a lot too, but same. They were kind of fighting for space almost. Some. I think both of them were actually a little kind of pushed out from the rest of them, so they're really starting to come back in. Actually, see if I can show you. They're really starting to line up nicely on the bottom, and I almost forgot how bad they were until I look at the pictures and the teeth were like this. They were so crooked. So I don't notice the bottom as much, I think, again, because you don't see them flat on when I smile, and because this is really what draws my attention, so I've been focusing on that. But they're really getting there, and these bottom braces should help a lot too, because obviously if I have no wire from almost half of my mouth, then nothing can be happening over there. So the other thing we did since the last video, I believe, is we've got the wire hooked up right to the back tooth on the top now. That was one we'd hooked it up with the last wire, and then I broke it a week or two later. It didn't take long. So this one seems to have stayed. We changed the upper wire to I think it's a 16 square a couple of weeks ago, and it has stayed. I've been very careful with it. I really don't want to break it. So hopefully, because this upper back tooth is kind of out towards the outside of my face, so it needed to be brought back in to be in line with the rest of them. So I'm hoping that'll help now that it's connected to the bracket. What else? We've been through a couple of different wires on the bottom. It's hard to keep track of that because I do keep breaking them and we have to keep doing new ones. But that will all change. Like I say, next week they'll come off, and when I get the outside brackets on or braces on, I'll do another video so you can see them. And I figured it'll kind of be a cool test anyways, and see how they are compared to the Harmony. It's like doing both really and really comparing them. So I'll keep you updated on that as well. And what else? I think that's about it. I will have a retainer for the couple of weeks that I don't have braces on to make sure my teeth don't shift back or whatnot. And I think that's about it. I'm actually in pretty low amount of pain lately and just waiting for everything to do its thing. So hopefully we'll start accelerating the uppers as well, get the elastics back on, get the gaps closed, and see some better progress coming up. So stay tuned, and thanks for checking in.